Producer Robbie to the show. Now, Robbie, you posed a great challenge to me. I call it my Dream My Team, and you asked me to put together.
Feeling great.
Good, because this one's on national TV and you gotta crush it.
Shouldn't you be telling me it's just another game?
Oh, no, that's the coach's job. My job is to tell it like
Rook,
it is.
big game, man. Don't let it get to you.
Got you.
And this is a showcase.
A showcase for what?
For you. You play well tonight and you dominate the news cycle. That's where you win awards, Che. That's when you get better deals. You build up your profile.
Oh, I appreciate that. But you know what? I'm gonna just play my game. I don't want to get other stuff get in my head.
Hey, you do you. I'm just here to tell you about the PR ramifications. Oh, I gotta take this. Just think about what I said, okay?
Yeah, I got you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, I'm on my way.
Coach, what up, man? What's up?
$2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. And tonight, you'll see the Golden State Warriors. They'll go up against the Los Angeles Lakers here in Staples Center. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Even though Che's been in the league a short time, guys, he's been in the spotlight for quite a while. No surprise that the shoe companies have taken notice. They're looking to capitalize on his notoriety. Thus, he lands the big-time endorsement deal. I suppose any press is good press. Guys?
Thank you, David. I think we all knew a shoe deal would be coming his way at some point.
Well, it's the benefit of being a star in college for 4 years. You've established yourself as a household name, and Che's people are leveraging that.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Clippers. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And when you look at the Lakers, they had some high hopes coming out of the gate, frustrated with their level of play thus far, but they certainly have the pieces to be a factor in this race.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Steph Curry's out there with Lee. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And there's Chris. And it's Green in at the 4. And for Los Angeles, Green and Rondo in the back. Good substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Markieff Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Anthony's checked in for Danny Green. And Bradley's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Take a look at the NBA. Who's the best, you think, Clark, at controlling the defensive glass, getting the missed most shots and getting their offense back in gear?
Yeah, I think even though he's a bit undersized, he does a great job. Draymond Green, not only does he rebound the ball defensively, but he also can ignite the break because of his ball handling and passing ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo does a great job on the defensive backboards, as does Joel Embiid.
Pascal, the pass to Green, shoots over Bradley. Avery Bradley pulls it in.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's James, knocked away. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Bradley. And Green slams it in.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
LeBron passes to Anthony. Passes it to McGee. James against Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony's shot is off. Warriors trail by 5. Omen pass to Wiggins. Pass to Pascal. Golden State moving the ball around. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
There's 47 seconds left in the first. Bowman, guarded by Bradley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. It's stolen. Wiggins, right side. A rebound by the Lakers.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Anthony kicks to Bradley. They could use a bucket, and he gets the jumper to drop.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close. So much talent on this Warriors team. Draymond Green talks about how it all meshes together.
The way I judge, whether we can play together or not is on the defensive end. I never really judge on the offensive end. It's about picking each other up on the defensive end and all being on the string.
Greg, defense is... Changes for the Lakers. Anthony's checked in for Murray. LeBron comes in for Caldwell Pope, and Bradley's subbed in for Waiters. Looney passes to Bowman. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Here's Looney. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Green. Good work defensively by Morris.
And another miss. Whew. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. They've got Anthony. Markieff Morris is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Bradley, and it's James in at the 2 guard. That's the Laker 5. Sinks the triple.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Curry passes to Wiggins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 17 points for Andrew Wiggins.
I'll tell you what, how easy does Wiggins make the game look? I mean, in the flow, excellent stroke from distance. That's fun to watch.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Both free throws good from James.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Here's Looney. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Another 3 for Golden State.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Craig, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
The drive by James. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in command with the... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening. Platoon swap here for the Lakers. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got Looney, and it's Pascal in at the small forward position. And he gets the bucket.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action. And, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Deep 2 from Anthony. Offensive rebound. And Waiters kicks to McGee. And here's Anthony from the arc. The Warriors pull it in.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
To the middle. Here's Pascal.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Caldwell Pope outside. Waiters outside. Over Curry. And McGee kicks to Anthony. Drills the three-pointer. Anthony's got 6.
And perimeter I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
The pass to Curry. The 10-footer. No good off the back of the rim. Los Angeles leading by 23. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Caldwell Pope's got his second basket of the night. Bowman. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Pass to Looney. Lets it go with the three. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Anthony looking it over. Here's McGee. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's Los Angeles holding a very comfortable 25-point lead. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that Los Angeles with some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Morris. And Anthony subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And some changes here for the Warriors. Bradley passes to Caruso. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
And the Warriors with a completely new five on the floor. They've got Avery Bradley, Murray out there with Anthony. Then there's Howard. And it's Caruso in at the 2 spot. That's the Laker 5.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And in what should be an exciting 4-game season series between these two teams, they have to feel great about taking this first one against the Warriors.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
Back to Bradley. The 3 from Anthony. Goes back up. That's tipped.
And shooters have to be more cognizant when Bender's around. I mean, he's skilled at blocking shots, and he's got the reach to make it happen.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
The shot by Anthony, no good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And for Clark Kellogg, Rick Anthony, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Okay, so how do you think that one went?
I'd give it a solid B-.
B-. Oh, come on, man. He was great. He had some really interesting insights.
That wasn't his fault. You gotta up the spice level of your questions, bro. Where's the heat?
Okay, I'm gonna work on that one. And thanks for your honest feedback. Appreciate it.
Rank up the heat, baby!
Hey, Jay.
What's up, Don?
Good to see you.
You too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Jay. Good to see you, buddy.
You got an interview later, right?
Yep.
All right.
What's up, man? Hey, man. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. See, you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Man, I can't even watch this. Now we're rolling.
Put your head in the game. Get your mind right. See, you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up. Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on. Hey, he can ball, huh? Oh, up court. Yo, get on, man.
There.
Next up, you're right on cue. My man, the GOAT card, Kobe Bryant. Now, all the players that have
Harrison Barnes.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Berry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, I spoke with Che about the history he has with Coach Ames. They're falling out at Bay City over an injury to a promising freshman, having to deal with each other in Summer League, during which time Che said they talked it out and they came to an understanding. And I quote, "The past is the past." Guys?
David, fantastic report. Thank you. Greg, you wonder if that conversation has actually made these two tighter, or if it's just kind of a Band-Aid over the existing wound.
And, you know, I've gotten the sense things weren't completely ironed out during Summer League, but by the end of it, both guys were on the same page.
And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for Bagley.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past.
About shortening the regular season. Do you think that's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Would you like to see it happen?
I like there's some percolating ideas out there that it might, and the idea of a 70-game season to me, it sounds really healthy. It sounds healthy for the players.
Healthy's a great word to use.
It sounds healthy for the coaching staff. It sounds healthy for the league, and it sounds healthy for the competition that you're going to get. Those 70 games, that will be some elevated play throughout the course of a regular season.
That's a great number. LeBron outside. Back to Rondo. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the first. Just 5 on the clock. Here's LeBron. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the Sacramento Kings get called for the foul.
We watch LeBron and we marvel at him, but how hard that LeBron James works at his craft and continues to push the bar for himself physically is one of the things that you have to appreciate the most.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Markieff Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma, and it's Waiters in for Rajon Rondo. And both free throws good for LeBron. And the GOAT conversation, LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Bagley trying to free himself up. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on an 18-7 run. James wide open. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. James has got his second bucket of the night.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Here's Bogdanovich. McGee with the block. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Green is checked in for James. Lenz checked in for Sacramento. Joseph comes in for Fox. There's 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. Joseph against Waiters. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Green, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
He can be a tricky cover. The defense gets caught overreacting, and Green takes advantage.
That's good from Green.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season. A relatively rare trip to the free throw line for Green, averaging just 1 attempt per game over the course of his career.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Fox. That is his first foul of the game. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. And it's the Kings with the ball. 15-point game. Bielitsa passes to Holmes. 6 to shoot. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Morris with the rebound. Takes the 3. Danny Green, and that's good. Green's got 5 now.
I like their focus coming in.
A team swap here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Anthony. And it's LeBron James. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Howard in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Looking at the last game for Sacramento. It was a win against the Trailblazers. Rondo passes to Anthony. The offensive rebound, Howard. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Howard's got 8 here in the quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Fox looking it over from 12 feet out. No good on the shot. So the Lakers will take it the other way. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, 2 teams that were very similar in the standings.
Here's LeBron. Sacramento grabs the miss. Parker's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
Kuzma kicks to LeBron. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. The 3. And it's Fox with the rebound. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Hield with the bucket.
Just getting more and more court awareness and where guys are at all times is De'Aaron Fox.
Lakers leading by 17. Outside Rondo. And here's Anthony for 3. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 6 assists in the game. Sacramento's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Barnes. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got his 4th rebound in this one. Anthony finds Kuzma. Outside Rondo. Pass to Anthony. A 3. And no good that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So and as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first. Teams making some changes here. Lakers leading by 22. On the court right now for the Kings, we've got Fox. Rashawn Holmes out there with Len. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica, and it's Bazemore at the 2. Now here is McGee, guarded by Holmes. The shot by Anthony, no good. Sacramento's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Bjelica with the bucket. You know, Brett, there may be more of an emphasis on team defense than ever before. Who are some of the better help defenders that you've scouted in the NBA?
I put Rudy Gobert #1 on this list because when you think about help defense, usually you're yelling it from the perimeter. And the reason that you're yelling it, Kevin, is that the player that you were trying to instruct or move a certain way has gotten by you. And the help call out is for somebody to be at the basket. Rudy Gobert does that better than anybody in the league. That's why the Utah Jazz have a chance to grow and go deeper into the playoffs. They got a back line of defense, and Gobert is really tremendous.
I love the guys, and Beverly might be in this category, and Smart might be in this category. They can guard down low. They give a little hedge out top, and then get back down again.
Well, those guys do a great job of harassing out there.
Yes,
so it's a little bit different in terms of help defense, on-ball defense, the way that Beverly and Marcus Smart and Paul George to that end are able to pester guys. That's one thing, but I'm yelling help because something's gone terribly wrong. Give me Gobert to fix that.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Markieff Morris. And Murray's subbed in for Waiters. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Sacramento. Jabari Parker comes in for Len.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
The 3 from Anthony. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. Then there's Murray. Then it's Anthony. And it's Caruso in at the point. That's the Laker 5.
And Sacramento seems like a great fit for Luke Walton. Team's approach on offense really matches his own. Should never be a shortage of scoring for the Kings.
You wonder how it is that Luke Walton did his studying coming into this season with how much success last year Dave Yeager had in getting these guys to push the ball up the floor. Luke Walton believes that anyone can rebound and bring it up, and they have the kind of guys who could do that on this roster.
Here's Fox, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
Fox just found a little bit of space there, and he burned the defense.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. 22 is their biggest lead. Murray, the pass to Kuzma. Bounce pass, Anthony. Here's McGee. He sinks the 11-footer. And the Lakers lead by 19. And for the Kings, they're shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Here's Bazemore. Bagley. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Some changes here for the Lakers. Howard's check. Passes to Bagley. Banked in off the glass.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series. Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Anthony kicks to Green. Back to Anthony. 5 on the clock. Over Bielitsa. That one a little long, so it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. They had that lead was comfortable. They were not going to release it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night.
That's the great thing about this league. It's constantly changing. So just look at all of those so-called unicorn picks. You know, guys like Durant, Porzingis, and Zion, and Simmons, and Embiid, and Luka. Giants who can play like point guards. Big men who can rain three.
Shoot the rock, big fella.
Yeah, so don't be so sure you know what's going to happen in the future. You know, everyone thought you had to have...
Stay focused on your workout. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. Started. Here's what we're gonna do.
first player off the bench is that Prime Series 3 Lamar Odom, a master of all trades. He's fast. It's a Clipper card, mind you, so it doesn't count as a Laker.
see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Lakers. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference.
And I think for the Lakers, they've had a nice run here to start the season. Up there near the top of the standings and looking like they're comfortable.
More than comfortable. They look dangerous. This isn't a team that's going away anytime.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Hey, Smitty, when a team underperforms early in the season, fans tend to go crazy. I mean, they just can't figure out why this is happening. But what are the players saying to each other on the bench when they're traveling in the locker room?
You know, I think when you're having great communication, Kevin, when guys amongst each other, you're trying to get through it, you're working through it. Whether you get through it or not is fine. I think there's a sign that things are going wrong. Kevin, you hear about these player-only meetings. When you start having 2 or 3 of those, that's when the ship is starting to go south.
Passes to Howard. Clock at 6. Here's Green. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Capella. Pass to T. Green with the block.
Good shot blocker for his size. Danny showing great timing right there.
Rondo kicks to Green. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Anthony. Here's Howard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And that one falls for Howard.
And when you think about some of the most entertaining Hawks teams, my mind always goes to the human highlight film.
Reason why he was a 9-time All-Star, NBA scoring champion, had some legendary matchups against Larry Bird and Chuck Person, to name a few. One of the most electrifying players in the history of the game.
Rondo passes to Kuzma. That ties the game.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Capella dishes to T. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pass to Hunter. He kicks it to Capella. 6 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Waiters, he's checked in for Green. And Bradley's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Atlanta also making some changes here. Jones checked in for Collins. Carter comes in for Hunter. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Huerter. A shot by Anthony, no good. The Hawks leading to the paint. And Reddish with the slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even in a power finish. Bradley finds McGee. And Jones sends it back. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Craig, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Well, last year, Damian Jones had a very... Lakers with possession here. 3-point lead. Left side Rondo. Howard up on top. Outside Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Here's the teardrop. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. In the third spot, the Hawks.
really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
The Hawks trail by 3. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Anthony, and it's Howard in at the 5. That's the Laker 5.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Anthony taking his time here. Back to Kuzma. That one's not going to go. Collins with some nice D.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the last couple of years, but this season brings a lot of optimism. Passing on Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. It was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also, they hope, will attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter. They believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Kevin?
They took that gamble with Doncic and getting Young. We'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A. The 3 from Anthony. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hunter with it. 8 points his last outing. To the left side wing. Capella kicks to Hunter. Here's Rex. They get it back. Capella, that's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the foul on Cam Reddish. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
And the Lakers making a change here. Murray's checked in. And here's Anthony from the arc. Rebound by the Hawks. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
You know what? Every win counts in this league, and both of these teams want every victory they can get.
Well, we've seen Shea in more than a handful of games so far now. There's a lot to like about what he's been able to accomplish since getting the chance.
Really, you just have to wonder why the team didn't find more minutes earlier on. It's been clear with how he has come in and had an instant impact that he'll be a factor in this league. And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why? Lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Teague. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters.
What are you doing out there, Jay? Looks like you're running in the mud.
I got nothing tonight, man.
Okay, let's go back to basics, all right? See your man, see the ball, all right? Make the right pass, take the open shot. You're doing too much.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar. Platoon swap here for the Lakers. Atlanta making a switch here. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Anthony with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. So it's the Hawks now, trailing by 4.
Avery Bradley applying the heat. You can see why he's been first team, all defense.
On the court for Atlanta, they've got T. Jones is out there with Carter. And it's Fernando in at the 4 spot. And it's Teague with the ball. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on JaVale McGee. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but he just couldn't rely on him to score.
Waiters surveying the D. Here's Morris. Kicks it to McGee. And Jones sends it back. And he's able to get it back. 2 points. That one goes. The Hawks trail by 4. Outside Teague. Carter outside. This one for 3. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. Carter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Waiters outside. Fires from 14. Misses off the left iron.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Teague finds Jones. Back to Teague. Floats one. He lays it in. Teague's got 9 points now in just the second half.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Bradley off the drive, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, watching Bradley, not sure exactly how to describe it. There's a quiet burst of the way.
One shot.
Free throw good, Teague.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
Markieff Morris is out there with Murray. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Caruso in at the point guard. That's the Laker 5. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
A terrific athlete. Dedmon went undrafted a few years back, but now he's starting to grasp the mental side of the game.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
Anthony's shot is off. And the Hawks with possession here. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Teague feeling it out a bit. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one.
Jay, you led the team in blocks tonight. Is this something you're looking to do more of going forward?
Man, I saw you and your family, man. Y'all look good. But to answer your question, you know what? I always want to add to my game. And if there's something I'm not good at, I'm going to keep working on it until it get great. Anything else?
No.
No?
I'm good.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Jay.
Hey, man. You got this up good.
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here's what they're starting with. Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Jay.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
All right.
People rage quit. My last card is perhaps the best My Team card in the game. The magnificent
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Looking at the Thunder, relative to last season, their record at this point, not quite up to par. They're looking for answers, looking for improvement as the season continues. And Kenny, we get to watch Che in this one, a player who's taken one of the more interesting paths to the NBA.
It was so interesting that I couldn't even follow it all, Ernie. It was like a bounce around from place to place, but Che really had to fight his way into the league. He got his shot through some connections. I'm not going to say how, but through some connections, and he made a name for himself in those workouts.
You look at Che, he's become more famous for his name than he has for his game. It's one to get the opportunity, but to stick around, you have to continually prove.
Right now, time for the tip. Kevin Harlan standing by to bring us the play-by-play.
The bronze likeness of Lakers great Magic Johnson that can be found just outside the front door of our location today, the Staples Center. Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, most everyone is familiar with Che's incident at Bay City, leaving the squad before a tournament game to protest the treatment of a teammate. It was a big debate at the time, but Che still feels it was the right decision. Like it or not, he's a man of principle. Guys?
David, thanks for that. You know, GA, Che, no stranger to controversy.
And I can see the reasoning from both sides. I don't think Che tries to be a lightning rod for controversy, but he doesn't shy away from it either.
And here's a look at some numbers for Schroeder.
And suddenly his feel for the three-point shot has left him. It's been a tough go the past 5 games. The percentage from long range, not close to what it was earlier, but he's not going to give up on it, and he'll try.
With a new head coach.
You know what's fascinating to me is each individual organization, Kevin, seems to have their own vernacular, their own verbiage to describe their system. So with a new coach, number one, he's putting in a system. Number two, the guys are trying to familiarize themselves with his language, not only the X's and O's, but how does he communicate it?
And yet, right, that's a good point. The delivery of the message is sometimes as important as the X's and O's.
No doubt.
Noel's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Gallinari kicks it over to Schroeder. They get it back. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And here's Gallinari outside. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. Bradley passes to Anthony. Down low. James. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. James has got 5 points so far.
Well, I'll tell you, if you work as hard as LeBron James, as he did in that instance, he's a physical force inside. That's going to be his shot every time.
Schroeder looking over the floor. To end the run. Bradley with some nice D.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Outside Anthony. The dish to McGee. Back to Anthony. It's Bradley on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
He really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Some changes for the Lakers. Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. Caldwell Pope comes in for James. And it's Waiters in for Avery Bradley. Then for the Thunder, Muscala comes in for Steven Adams. And Ferguson subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Anthony. Inside, here's Morris. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Caldwell Pope outside. Anthony finds Morris. Back to Anthony. Now Morris. He's covered by Muscala. Anthony up on top. Second shot opportunity. Here's McGee. And the rejection by Noel.
We know Noel is a superb shot blocker. It may be his best attribute, Kevin. Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Lakers on top as they wrap up the first quarter with the will go for a different look here. Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. Anthony comes in for Murray. LeBron's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Avery Bradley in for Waiters. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Gallinari comes in for Noel. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Terrence Ferguson. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Chris Paul. So for Oklahoma City right now, Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander, they're up in the backcourt. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. And it's Robertson in at the 3 spot. And it's Schroeder missing.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Robertson kicks it over to Schroeder. A second chance effort. Pass to Gallinari. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
Outside Anthony. Fires for 3. But they'll get another chance. And so it's Gallinari with it. They'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Trailing here by 8. Schroeder finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets it to go.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
Outside Bradley. Pass to Anthony. Morris, left side. Top of the key, Bradley. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Gallinari. On the wing, Robertson. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Thunder trailing by 6. Schroeder outside. Gallinari on the wing. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis...
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly... Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And Anthony comes in for LeBron. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Green. And it's Waiters in for Rajon Rondo. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Adams. Muscala comes in for Andre Robertson. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul.
And you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end and an absolute warrior on the glass.
JaVale McGee is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Dion Waiters. Then it's Anthony. And it's Caldwell-Pope in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Maintained his concentration beautifully as he double-clutched and laid it in against some tight D.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Evan?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end.
Lakers trail by 4. Anthony dishes to Caldwell-Pope. 1:04 left in the third quarter of the game. Waiters for 3. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And not efficient in that first half, but they have really picked it up here. The shots that weren't falling earlier are finally finding the bottom of the net.
Here's Anthony, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, you have to applaud Shea for doing what he feels is right. I heard that, Greg, after a recent game, he made sure to spend time with his fans.
And that is something that you don't see enough of from the young rookies coming into the league. Glad to hear that Shea remembers that ultimately it is all about the fans.
LeBron's checked in for Caldwell-Pope. Then for the Thunder, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Muscala. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Ferguson. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And finished off by LeBron.
The elevation and athleticism of LeBron at his size, just incredible.
The Thunder leading by 3.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing, Greg. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And here's Gallinari. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. Danilo Gallinari. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Thunder, Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander. They're up in the backcourt. Nerlens Noel is out there with Robertson. And it's Adams at the center, filling out the middle. Raiders against Schroeder. Here's Howard. A beautiful reverse layup.
If you had a question as to how Dwight Howard is up there amongst the all-time leaders in offensive rebounds, that's an example why.
Here's Schroeder, and the layup's good off the glass. Schroeder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now the pass to McGee. Over Noel. McGee's shot is off. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And some changes here for the Lakers.
A three and nothing but a three will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
So a close game sees Oklahoma.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, this is the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, the Los Angeles Lakers squaring off against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. And for Oklahoma City, only 1 win in their last 6 games. They know they can play much better, looking to be more competitive tonight. Kenny, every year it seems like the standings early on look very different by season's end.
Overachieving teams often start fast, you know, and they get some effort wins. And then it kind of evens out. But, you know, talent catches up eventually.
And overconfident teams sometimes start slow. They find out they're not as good as they thought. But once you get humbled, tend to play with a higher sense of urgency.
Great basketball philosophy from the Diesel and the Jet.
I appreciate that.
Just humbled to be in between you two guys.
As long as you're not overachieving, because you'll be confident.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena, taken from the Skydance Bridge in Oklahoma City. That's our setting tonight. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Welcome, everyone, to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge on our sideline. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Lakers, 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3. And, of course, there's the Thunder. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their... We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, we all saw the media frenzy that surrounded Anthony Davis when his plans to leave New Orleans emerged. He said, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard, championships, all that stuff matters the most to me. Between money or legacy, my legacy will win that battle every time. Kevin?
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with Howard. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. Looking at league trends, do you miss the physicality of years past, which was so much a part of the time that you played?
I do, Kev. I do miss the physical game. I miss the bumping, the grinding outside in there in the paint. But I also love the new game and the spacing. You know, you can appreciate the game so much more. It's like going to a ballet and being able to see the movement of the players, what they're doing out here. And so I love the fact it's not hampered by guys getting thrown to the floor and grabbed. I do like the physical play, though. I just want to find a happy medium.
Trying to get open is Davis. Anthony with the bucket.
Taking this defense to task so far. No misses in their first 5 attempts.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Schroeder. And it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard patrolling the defense.
Anthony kicks to Rondo. Outside, Davis. And here is Anthony. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. 4 on the clock. Here's Rondo. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Green. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about fear.
Rondo passes to Anthony. On the wing, Green. Puts it up. And it's off the back rim, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Count it.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. 6-point lead. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, and sometimes it just comes down to a couple of critical plays which you need to execute in close, ugly games. Hard work on the boards, a lot of competition for that one, but he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin, you better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Pass to James. Pass to Anthony. For 3. It's rebounded by Robertson.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
So for the Lakers right now, Davis is out there with Anthony. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low. And James throws it down.
Oh, come on. You can't allow James to get positioned down low. Once he does, he's looking to dunk it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Other than the long line of big men who can drain the 3, that makes him a very tough cover.
Rondo passes to Howard. Outside Anthony. Rondo kicks to Howard. Comes up empty down low.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Robertson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Adams outside. Pass to Gallinari. He feeds it to Robertson. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll...
Seconds left to play in the first half. Schroeder surveying the floor. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping everybody involved offensively?
Well, those guys, I think, have done a really good job of moving the ball and sharing the ball, and they're finding open men, and they're willing passers, and I think because of that, they've been efficient offensively.
Open shots tend to be made. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Lakers making a change here. Anthony's checked in. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating the whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league, and it's a copycat game. And so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you can say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college off of the NBA.
I would agree. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander, they're up in the backcourt. And it's Robertson in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Count that one.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Outside Rondo. Anthony in the corner. Offline with his 3.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Such a wide open look. And that's now 7 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Now here's Anthony. He has 5. Davis looking for an opening. Howard in the post. Adams defending. Trying to get open is Davis. Rondo against Schroeder. The pass to Robertson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurt.
A championship standard in LA with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both looked up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19. His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Outside, Davis. Gallinari against Rondo. Shot clock at 5. Anthony, the pass to Howard, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. .132 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Anthony. Latrey. That one doesn't drop. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. Anthony is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Howard in at the center.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Lakers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for JaVale McGee.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
Outside Anthony. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Second chance shot, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call. Oklahoma City with the foul. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Davis. 20 seconds left in the game. Here's Burton. Lets the 3 fly. A slam dunk by Diallo. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort.
That about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Good game out there, fellas.
That's how we do it, son. Good game.
Appreciate you, Sarge.
beautiful evening in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Our setting tonight, the FedEx Forum. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, it took 5 long months, but Anthony Davis's trade request was finally granted. Now he has a new start in Los Angeles alongside LeBron James. And the Lakers now boast 2 top 10 players. Kevin, this is a team with legitimate championship aspirations.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. Well, with the new season underway, we get a look at the new class to enter the league with the rookie race. All these rookies have done a good job adjusting to the NBA as they look to take home the Rookie of the Year honors at the end of the season. Take a look at Clark, not in the top 5 currently. He's amidst some terrific talent nonetheless, and there's still plenty of time for him.
And to be there among the top 10 of this very talented rookie class really says a lot about his potential.
Yep, and there's a lot of competition for the ROI this season. Rookie of the Year, folks, if you're not keeping up. And as early as it is, he's got plenty of time to put himself right in the middle of the running.
Here are the start. Grizzlies with some changes. Jang, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Kyle Anderson comes in for Jaren Jackson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Dylan Brooks. And then for the Lakers, JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Anthony comes in for Danny Green. And Deion Waiters subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Melton, no good. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. James kicks to Waiters. Outside Anthony from deep. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Anderson trying to free himself up. Melton's shot is good.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling, Craig. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Now here is Davis. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Floats one up. Melton passes to Jang. Here's Morant. A three-pointer off the mark.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Tyus Jones comes in for Morant. And then for the Lakers, Markieff Morris is checked in for Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for LeBron. And it's Alex Caruso in for Waiters. Anthony can't hit. Melton feeling it out a bit. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Jackson from the arc. The shot, no good. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look. Then it's Jones. Then it's Gorgie Dang. And it's Melton in at the 2. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And that one misses. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
And here's Anthony from the arc, and it's Morant with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Passes it to Valanciunas, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
James, the bounce pass, and here's Anthony for 3. Doesn't go that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. We've got 1:18 left here in the second. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against Oklahoma City. To the inside to stop the run, and James throws it down.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty, an incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Pass to Winslow. The pass to Morant. Shot clock at 6. A step back shot here. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace. Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
Tries from 16, and so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. And all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very... So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Jang, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Jaren Jackson comes in for Anderson. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. And Jones subbed in for Morant. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Anthony comes in for LeBron. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Green. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Caldwell-Pope. Davis is out there with Anthony. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Caruso in at the point. Here's Melton. He's got 6. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And Jackson gets it to go.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
McGee with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Caldwell-Pope for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 4-point game. 1:06 left to play here in the third. Back to Brooks for the three. He can't get that one to fall. So the Lakers will take it the other way.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Melton. Puts up a three. Morris with the rebound. Lakers trail by 4. It's stolen by Jones. And it's Memphis on the break. Jones is running. With some arc, and the layup is up and in. Jones has got 8.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And here's Anthony for 3. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Brooks with no one around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now it's a 9-point Grizzly lead. Caruso kicks to Anthony. Morris, left side. Over Jackson. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. He's checked in for the Grizzlies. The Lakers also changing it up. And Anthony Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. Anthony comes in for LeBron. And it's Green in for Dion Waiters.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Memphis.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Well, I tell you, look at these teams, Greg. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for John Morant.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in, Kevin. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
They got Jackson. It's out there with Anthony Tolliver. And it's Melton in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Allen outside. Passes it to Melton. Clock at 4. Jackson trying to break free. Melton's shot is good.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
So no problem for Memphis.
here, and I hope you're ready.
This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Get hip or get stuff.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. And a chance to take a and as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with great vision. David, thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. And it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Spurs, Gay and Aldridge are up front. White is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's DeRozan in at small forward.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 20.
Changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And Anthony subbed in for Danny Green. And here's Anthony from the arc. San Antonio with the rebound. Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
You know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
Davis, the pass to Anthony. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
Well, AD attracts so much attention. He's learned to stay patient and just locate the open man.
Here's Murray. Good, nice job down low. Murray's got 8 points.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
LeBron passes to Anthony. 1:21 left to play in the first. Davis kicks to Anthony. Shoots over DeRozan. That shot, no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
Murray outside. Back to DeRozan. Ring shot on the way. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. DeRozan's got his second basket of the night.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
Here's Anthony. And again, it's the Lakers.
And the latest I heard was Che is that he's cut a deal to be a rep for Gatorade. Very high honor for a brand that has long been associated with our league.
You said it well, GA. Gatorade doesn't really just hand out endorsement deals either. They must really love the upside that Che has shown to give him a deal this early in his career. Wow, impressive. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Outside, Davis. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
The craftiness of Rondo makes him a tough cover in pick and roll sets. Just when you think he's going to pass, he'll surprise you with the shot.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers lead by 8. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy. And that was part of it, not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through. Other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the op. San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. Murray comes in for Caldwell Pope. Anthony's checked in for Waiters. And James subbed in for Alex Caruso. Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant. Those are by 4.
Gay and Aldridge are up front. Murray out there with Derek White. And it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Spurs trail by 10. Down low. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The 29th pick in 2017 by the Spurs. Their injuries last year created an opportunity for Derek White to show Greg what he can do with steady minutes.
And White at 6'4", capable of manning either guard spot. A shooter, a playmaker, and an all-defensive team in college. He is definitely a keeper.
And that one, good. Anthony's got 7 points in the game. And San Antonio shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Pass to Aldridge. Over Morris. Aldridge misses.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Here's LeBron. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. White wide open. He fired. They grabbed their own miss. Now Murray. 11 points for him in that last game against the Knicks in New York. Just 5 to shoot. Aldridge. Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Great balance and body control for a big. Aldridge powers through some pretty good defense there.
Morris dishes to Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance in the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Gay trying to break free. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
In 2006, when Aldridge was drafted, he went 2nd overall. Judging from the multiple All-Star appearances, that's justified.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
No good on the free throw.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And the second free throw, good.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And there's the pass to Anthony. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
Murray surveying the D. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Los Angeles, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been quite a game. Teams will make substitutions. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got JaVale McGee, Murray out there with Anthony. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Waiters in at the point guard position. Back to Mills. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Back to Forbes, and stolen by Murray. Caldwell-Pope left side. Passes it to Anthony. Shoots over Lyles. And Pirtle pulls it down.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Lakers leading by 11. Waiters passes to Anthony. Three-pointer. Anthony missing again.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Outside, Walker. Launches it. Bangs home the trifecta. Walker's got it back down to single digits for the Spurs.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Caldwell Pope right side. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, shaky defense there, giving up the bucket plus sending KCP to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The Spurs making a switch here. Gay's checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. Davis is checked in.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Gay against Anthony, and there's the whistle. That goes on flat. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. On the free throw, no good. And the Lakers making a change here. James is checked in. And the Spurs with possession here. They trail by 11. Clock at 6. And here's Mills for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 14 points. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Gay and Aldridge are up front. White is out there with Mills, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Steve, nothing finer than having a star on your team who also makes everyone else feel better, feel involved, right?
You're totally right, Kevin. I talked to a lot of these general managers and owners.
.2 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Murray. Pass to Pirtle. To the paint. Here's Lyles. Morris with the block. Murray with it. Outside Anthony. Back to Murray. Misses the finger roll.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Here's Forbes. Misses the 3. And Murray's got the ball here for the Lakers. Outside Anthony. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Morris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Jakob Pirtle. And he knocks down the first one. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And here is Johnson. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this
things off with Da Vinci Earl.
Bad news for CP3 fans, as it turns out his injury is of the extremely serious variety. He's going to miss a lot of time. Ouch. Ouch indeed, Hornet. Particularly troubling due to Chris Paul's age.
On this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the one. And we've got...
Well, after all the turmoil in New Orleans last season, there's fresh air in the Big Easy. The Pelicans won.
They are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. And right now, a brief look at the power rankings here at the end of November. It's interesting to see how the teams compare. Look at New Orleans. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they're kind of in a little bit of a holding pattern early on, trying to find answers to a few questions, but overall playing a solid brand of basketball.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dion Waiters is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Pelicans, Holiday and Ingram out on... for Dion Waiters. Early on, Brent, what are some of the intangibles you look for in a team that may be taking the next step?
First of all, is the player who's returning that's shouldering most of the responsibility, is he any better than last season, Kevin? Has there been some growth in his game? Secondarily,
the great ones always grow.
They always do, and they're really sharp usually coming out of summertime, and they're ready to go. Second thing is, has the roster been tinkered with a little bit or tweaked a little bit to enhance what it is that the skill set of the star player is going to provide for their team throughout the next 8 months of the season?
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Rondo dishes to Anthony. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Tipped away, stolen by Ball. Holiday, the pass to Ingram. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday.
An outstanding outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
LeBron dishes to Anthony. Here's the three. The Lakers rebound. Howard. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Rondo passes to Anthony. Oh, good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Holiday. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
And last season, the shadow of Anthony Davis's trade request hanging over this Pelicans franchise. A lot to wrestle with.
Yeah, it was an interesting year for the organization with all the news on AD wanting that trade and then nothing happening and then resting him.
Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there with Hart, and it's Hayes in at the center. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Ball feeling it out a bit. He kicks it to Ingram. Steps back and shoots. That's JaVale McGee with the rebound. McGee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Waiters passes to Caruso. Dishes it to McGee. Launches a 3. Anthony's shot is off. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. It's a 10-point game. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Caruso. He's covered by Ball. Anthony dishes to Waiters. 6 on the shot clock. It's over Ingram. And the Lakers with another miss. For New Orleans, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. They get the rebound. Hart picks to Williamson. Back to Hart. Williamson with it. Anthony on him. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Waiters for 3. Not going to go that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You want to respond in kind, but that last game, it was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. Ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Hart. And here is Ball. Pass to Hayes from outside the arc. Misses for the 5th time this game. Mark him at 1 for 6.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. And the dunk by Williamson.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Well, a new start for Lonzo Ball, part of that massive
seconds left in the second quarter. Fires from deep. Rondo gets the bucket. Rondo's got 7.
better outside when he gets into a rhythm or when he gets his feet set. Rondo's smart at knowing when to fire.
And so it's lost.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, what have you liked so far from your team, and what have you not liked?
Well, I like the pace of the game. Defensively, I don't like anything that we're doing as far as dribble penetration. Too many things are happening in the lane. We got to protect the basket a little better.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments. Making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Anthony comes in for Rajon Rondo. The Pelicans have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Dion Waiters. Anthony is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's LeBron James. And it's McGee in at the 5.
You guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
Inside, 5 to shoot. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Shot is good off the back rim and in. James has got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers. Ball, the pass to Hayes. Here's Ingram. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for New Orleans. And the Lakers also making a switch. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And Waiters kicks to Anthony. Oh, that's blocked. Caldwell Pope against Ingram. Gets it down to single digits. Ball's got his second bucket of the night.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
And here's Anthony for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Now here's Williamson. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Hayes trying to break through. And it's Williamson missing. Los Angeles leading by 9. 1:51 left to play in the third. Shot from the wing. Kept alive.
Okay, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
Los Angeles is getting blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Again, the miss by Anthony.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Offensive rebound. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well. And here is Los Angeles now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spot. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the center position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Pelicans trailed by 5. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Ingram against Davis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
That one is no good. And great, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, in that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from three. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
Holiday attacking. Carries it from about 10 feet away. Holiday's got 11 points here in just the second half.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Davis, the pass to Anthony. No good from outside. Pelicans trail by 4. Holiday surveying the floor. Passes it to Ball. Three-pointer. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got 8 rebounds in this game. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And the Lakers make... So New Orleans wins it. It was up.
All right, Che, you remember Reese from Gatorade?
It's nice to see you again, Che.
Nice to see you too, and I'm really excited to learn more about this GX thing.
Totally. Did Levi fill you in?
A little bit, but I still need more information on it, to be honest with you.
All right, well, I'll just give you the full picture. Gatorade is launching Gatorade GX. It's our new hydration system, and everything about it is completely customizable.
What? I'm with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can design the bottle however you want. Name, number, team colors, all that sort of stuff. And then we have the GX pods, which are basically just a concentrated pod refill. You put that in the top of the bottle, fill the bottle up with water, shake it up, and you're good to go.
I like that.
So you ready to design your own bottle? Customize
Yeah, let's do it.
Here you go.
Let's do this.
We'll call it the Che.
All right, Che, you remember Reese from Gatorade?
It's nice to see you again, Che.
Nice to see you too, and I'm really excited to learn more about this GX thing.
Totally. Did Levi fill?
But I still need more information on it, to be honest.
All right, well, I'll just give you the full picture. Gatorade is launching Gatorade GX. It's our new hydration system, and everything about it is completely customizable.
What? I'm with that?
Yeah. So you can design the bottle however you want. Name, number, team colors, all that sort of stuff. And then we have the GX pods.
Hi, welcome. You see anything? Let me know.
All right, man. Thanks. Hey, I'm gonna go check this out.
You got it.
Thanks, man. See you.
You got it. See you soon.
Okay, I got it.
Awesome. Head on to the back and we'll figure out where it goes.
This is the one. Let's go.
You know the drill.
Didn't hurt a bit. Thank you.
See ya. Back so soon? Need another look?
Done. Let's do this, Jay.
All right, head on back. That'll look good for sure.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this.
This is exactly what I was after. Thanks for all the help.
Hey, no problem. See ya.